Welcome back. So we just showed you those pictures. A powerful volcano in southwest Iceland has erupted for the 5th time since December, spewing lava more than 150 feet in the air.
This latest eruption forced officials to evacuate the world-famous Blue Lagoon, a natural geothermal spa which lies just south of Reykjavik. Several nearby towns also could be in danger of being cut off by the flowing lava.
Dr. Benjamin Andrews is a geologist at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, and he joins us now with more. Good morning, Doctor. Thank you very much for joining us. So this is the 5th and so far the most powerful eruption that we've seen in these recent months. Is it common to have this many eruptions in this particular area?
No, thanks for having me. This is not an unexpected scenario. This part of Iceland has not erupted prior to this cycle that began in December, had not erupted for many, many, many years. But it's totally expected that we could have a series of eruptions here that might go on for years or even longer. And so it's to some extent, it is expected that these eruptions will continue.
So, Doctor, in the past, we've noticed that the smoke, actually, not the lava, is the biggest concern here. What should people know about that?
Sure. So I guess the first part is that what looks like smoke here is actually volcanic ash. And volcanic ash is little tiny bits of lava. So think of it as little frozen pieces of magma foam that have been exploded out. And so it's little pieces of rock and little pieces of glass. And so that can cause a significant hazard if you breathe it in. It can also cause a hazard if you were to ingest it. And as we know from the 2010 eruption of Eyjafjallajökull in Iceland, it can cause a threat to aviation for many thousands of miles if the ash is carried a long ways. So that's one of the hazards here. And the other hazard that can come from these eruptions is gas. So this eruption is releasing sulfur dioxide. And of course, you don't want to breathe in sulfur dioxide, and that's a bad thing to breathe in. And when SO2 reacts with water in the atmosphere, it can form sulfuric acid, which is, of course, something else you don't want to be breathing in. And so the Icelandic Met Office is monitoring closely where that plume of ash and gas is going. And last I checked, it's heading off to the east of the eruption, but winds can change. And so there is always a concern that it could swirl elsewhere in the country.
Doctor, as Joe mentioned a moment ago, several areas near the volcano have been evacuated. We know the last time that it erupted, lava flowed for about 3 weeks. Is there any way to estimate how long it'll flow for this time and how long those areas need to remain evacuated?
That is a fantastic question, and it's one of the hardest questions to address in volcano science. And the previous eruption actually lasted for about 54 days that lava was erupting. And at this point, there's no way to know if this current eruption is going to last for a few days or weeks or for a month or more, such as the previous one. And so in terms of when people can come back, that all depends on where the lava is going and what the civil authorities in Iceland tell people to do.
You are a geologist, not a travel agent, but I will put out there, if there's anyone who's traveling there in the next few days, the next couple of weeks, do you have any advice for them?
I should say I'm hoping to travel to Iceland later this summer on my own vacation, so I'm looking forward to going there. But the main thing is when you're going to a place like Iceland or any place with a volcanic eruption or some other natural phenomenon, make sure you're listening to the local people, the local civil authorities. Don't go across a roadblock. Don't go around something. Basically, be smart and listen to the local authorities.
Dr. Benjamin Andrews, really fascinating conversation with some really powerful pictures there. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.